Hi everyone, welcome to today's live. Nice to see you here. Episode 19. Wow, unbelievable how time flies, right? I'm just gonna pour myself a cup of tea, get ready to have a little bit of talk. Although, as I previously mentioned, I will be doing my best to keep this live under 20 minutes. Because I understand that everybody's busy and has lots of things to do, and we don't have always that much time to sit and talk. So I just want to make sure that we are up and running properly here. So give me a little bit of time to make sure that's sorted, and I see that we are. And there we go. So I can see the comments. So welcome. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tasty Tuesday, or whenever it is that you happen to see this beautiful video. My name is Lori Voss Budokawa, your nutritional empowerment coach. You may know that already because you may have watched these videos before, and if this is your first time viewing, welcome. Nice to meet you, nice to have you here. Definitely, if you are viewing, I would love for you to type in #live. If you're viewing this live, or if you're coming in on the replay, you can also type in #replay. Can say hi, let me know your name, tell me how you're doing, let me know where you're viewing from, because I know there's people from all around the world that do watch these, and it's so beautiful to see and feel the energy from coming all over, because I've done a lot of traveling in my years, and it's just really nice. It kind of like can, especially if you've been to that place, when you see the name on the comment section, it can take you there very quickly, or bring memories back to that place. So definitely let me know. I'm coming to you from Germany. There will be some changes coming because, well, a few different things. I mean, it's summer coming here, but I have some holiday plans coming up and some travel plans that aren't necessarily holidays, but there will be traveling. So I will be coming still to provide you with these different videos, but I will be doing them from on the road. So today I'm coming from Germany in my little shoebox kitchen, creative kitchen. So welcome to Tasty Tuesday episode. Like I said, let me know if you're here. Love to hear from you. And also, as I speak, if there's anything that you need clarification on, or you want more information, or if it resonates, let me know. I'm happy to see your comments. And like I said also previously, when you do interact and give those comments, give a thumbs up or a heart, it boosts the algorithm. It helps other people to see and know that I'm out there and being available for you. So yes, today's topic, how do you know what's good or bad for you? And I've touched on this a few times in some different topics or different spaces that we've had in this live streams, but it's really interesting and it's important to think about, because we're all individuals, of course. So what's good for me might not necessarily be good for the next person. That's pretty obvious, but there is some universal truths out there. There's some universal information that we can tap into, and we can start to really fully understand what is the base of being healthy and what that means. So first of all, before we go that far, I'm just going to talk for a minute about some of the things that we have probably heard. You can let me know in the comments if you have heard of them, just by typing yes, or if you haven't, that's new, you can put something like that. So some of the ones that I know, of course, we have the keto diet. It's more trendy. It's been around a couple of years now, trendy wise. Also, there's a paleo diet. We have raw food. There's also like low fat diets, low carb diets, diet soups. And I say diet a lot of times, and diet doesn't necessarily have to mean something you go on just for a couple days. That's where the definition of diet has kind of been skewed. It can also be the diet is something that is the way that you eat for your whole entire life. It doesn't have to be you go on this diet plan. Although we can, just elaborate and expand that definition a bit. Yeah, there's also high protein types of diets out there, or healthy trends. What else? Paleo, different detox diets as well. So there's some different programs. You can even pick up like different packages from supermarkets or health stores, usually more so, that would have, like a 3-day detox, take these supplements with eating these kinds of foods, or you can pick up these things, some things online as well. And it's important to understand that just because it sounds like it could be something healthy, or it potentially has some health benefits, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily the right thing for you. As I said, we're all different and going through different things at different times. So for just an example, going on a detox program might not be right for a person that is already weak internally or suffering or having a lot of illness, even though we might think, well, I want to get rid of these illnesses and get better, so I should detox to get rid of the garbage. But actually, when we are weak and easily suffering from different illnesses and we do a detox, now a detox is a cleanse, right? So now we're cleansing and cleaning what potential energy we have left. So it actually can be really detrimental for our health and actually have opposite effects, because we need to make sure our body is strong enough in order to complete a proper detox. Does that make sense? And I've spoken about this before as well. So it's really important that we find what is really good and bad. A detox can be good, absolutely. I support that by all means, but it should be done at the right time. And same like, for example, a ketogenic diet. It does have health benefits, but it could be done, or it can be done for a specific amount of time for specific healing purposes. It doesn't mean that it's something we should do for the rest of our lives. And that's where it's like, is this good for me? Is this bad? And we can go back and forth so many times. And we hear always this kind of stuff, like exactly like, oh, don't eat fat. You know, all this low fat stuff was coming out in the 90s. I think it was kind of around that time there was the biggest trend booming of this low fat everything. And actually, when we take out the natural fat that's in products, usually companies are putting in some other kind of fillers or some other kind of substitutes. So now we're changing the product already. And even the fact of extracting what is naturally in the product, this has also potential to, it changes the nature of the product. If we have to go something low fat, it's important to consider maybe in general our diet has too much fat, right? If everything else, because actually we need healthy fats. So if we're taking out all the fat, or we're having low fat and no fat everythings, where is the healthy fat coming from? So it's important to think about that. And if all the products that you're buying have to be low fat, like I say, there's almost can make you kind of scratch your head. Well, wait a minute. Why am I consuming all these things with such natural high fat content, right? When we start to think a little bit, it's like, well, maybe these aren't actually the best things for me also. And it's okay if you do that or you've been there, because I have too. I know. And that's why I'm here to tell you about this. When we start to talk about like what's good or bad for us, we can see some of the things that we learn along the way can actually be hurting our health. Because like I say, it's really actually detrimental if we don't have healthy fats. This is an important part of our whole system. It's necessary for our body to run properly, and we must have healthy fats in there. So if we take out all the fat, we're messing up with this internal system. We can be messing up with our hormones, the messenger system, everything, circulation, blood, building bones, all of this kind of thing. We need these minerals and beautiful foods in there. Same like if we go low carb. Again, it might have a purpose for a short amount of time, but if we do it for a long time, this can be really detrimental for our body, because actually our body needs carbohydrates. It just needs the right kind of carbohydrates. And that's where we have to be careful. And when these kinds of diets say low carbs, generally they're cutting off all forms of carbohydrates, even cutting into vegetable forms that are in higher carbohydrate percentages, for example, like sweet potato. And if you've heard me talk before, you'll know that I am like in love with sweet potato, and I talk about that all the time because I love promoting it. It's such a beautiful mineral rich vegetable. So there you see already, I just gave you that beautiful information. Sweet potatoes are beautifully mineral rich vegetables, and they give us so much. And when we have something like a no carb diet, we eliminate that possibility to get that beautiful minerals out of it. So what I want to share with you today is how when we have all this information that's available to us, and now in today's world with the internet like at our fingertips, on our phone, in any handheld device, basically, we can just search this kind of diet, that, or even like trendy diets for 2022. I bet there's like, 1,000 things that'll come up if you put that in a Google search. And that can really lead to overwhelm and feeling fatigue for decisions like, I don't know what to do, what is best for my body. Well, I've heard this person, they said they went on the keto diet and they've lost 20 pounds or 10 kilos or whatever, and they feel fine, they have lots of energy. Okay, but it doesn't mean that's a long-term sustainable way to feed your body. And it doesn't mean that you will have those same effects also. So I think you might be able to see what I'm saying. If you're viewing here, let me know that you're here. Say hi. Don't be shy. It's okay. I won't bite. Love to see who's here. So this decision fatigue is real, and it's something that I didn't know about until actually I heard my coach speak about it a couple months ago. And she talked about, like, you're really in this space of decision fatigue. You're just going over all these things too much. And it's like, wait a minute, actually I am. Because our mind goes over and over and over all these different kinds of things, when actually we have the ability to know what is right for us without having to be bombarded by all these product lines and money consumerist, just these things that are trying to get our money all the time. And like I say, things that don't necessarily sustain us for long-term health. Like I say, they might let us reach a goal of losing some weight, or maybe they do decrease some pain that you might have in your body or some symptoms. But what we need is something that's sustainable. And when you tap into the wisdom of traditional Chinese medicine in a whole food, plant-based diet, you will learn what to eat, how to eat, and when to eat it. And I don't mean necessarily that it's like 9 o'clock you have to eat this, 10 o'clock you eat this, 3 p.m. you eat this. We have some structure in the process because there is structure in our life. Things work and function better structurally when there is that foundation and those pillars to support us. That's natural. But it doesn't mean you have to follow 100%, like you must eat this at this time. But the reality is there's foods that do serve us better at certain times of the day, because we are human beings from this beautiful planet Earth, from this beautiful universe that we live in. And the sun is ruling us, and the moon is ruling us also. And when we tap into those beautiful energies, and actually, it just excites my heart to even think about it. I have always notes when I want to talk about these things, but things just also come up as well. When I spoke about the sun and the moon, that's the concept, the same concept that we have in traditional Chinese medicine. We have that yin and yang, right? So there's the dark side of this half of this circle, and there's the light side, and that's the sun and the moon energy, right? There's a more fiery side, and there's a cooler, calming, more passive side. Both of them have a purpose. Both of them can be out of balance, and we need to, or it's best if we strive for balance. Same like if we had the sun burning all 24 hours of the day, and it just wouldn't work. Our bodies don't function on that kind of system, because our bodies as human beings need time to rest in the evenings and nighttime. That's natural. So we have the moon helping facilitate that when it's dark and nighttime hours, right? So same like some foods. Some foods have a lot of yang energy, a lot of that sun powering energy, really powerful food, really powerful energies within the food. And some foods have much more cooling ease, and they also therefore digest easier. So I think you can see what I'm saying. Some of these foods are going to be really heavy and powerful and strong, and they can bring beautiful nutrients to our body. But if we only eat those all the time, it's going to cause problems in your tummy. I guarantee eventually you will have blocked digestive system, because you will not have the foods that are going to help process and push those through. Example, if you eat a ketogenic diet that is really high in protein, and generally the ketogenic diet is, there might be vegan keto diets out there. I don't know. I don't follow that exactly, but generally you're looking at a high protein content, right? And that's generally from an animal source, the protein is. So therefore, if you're only consuming or often consuming animal proteins, that's going to be really hard for your tummy to break down, especially after a while, because you're lacking the fiber that's coming from whole grains and vegetables that is going to help cleanse and process that. And basically, you burden this system in here, it's going to be burdening the other organs eventually as well. Okay, so that was a little bit of a digression there, but like I say, the yin and the yang and all this information, it is exciting for me. Definitely, if you're here and you're viewing this, let me know you're here, say hi, and where you're from. I'd love to hear from you. And if you have any questions that come up while I'm talking, we'll do my best to watch the comments. That is why I look down sometimes to see if there is anything there. So for years, I also struggled with this. I had weight and health issues. So I was predominantly focusing on weight, but I knew that both of them were connected. And I tried to convince myself that I was going to try to be healthier as well. But I was still caught in this cycle of these trendy diets and how to do this and what to do. And, oh, I heard this one's healthy. Okay, I buy this next time I go shopping, or I heard this. But it's like knowing really how to incorporate these foods into your diet and how to have them in a healthy way is really important. And it's really the key to knowing what is good and or bad for your body and how. And like I say, that's the balance, because I'm not just saying that eating meat, if you do eat meat, I'm not saying that eating that is going to be your death sentence, not necessarily. But same goes in the opposite direction. If you only ever ate raw food, right, you will also have a problem because it's just too cold. Not even if it's like cold in temperature, but cold in property, and that's where we get the yin-yang energy. So we want to have that balance. When I say this balance, I'm talking about like animal protein or like just raw vegetables. I personally don't eat meat, and I haven't for almost 10 years. Actually, I hit 10 years at Christmas this last year, so it's exciting for me. I say almost 10 years because I had turned 30 when I started, and now my birthday is coming next month. So I'll be 40. Exciting. And so I marked the 10 years with that. But that brings me to another point where next month there's going to be a lot of different changes as well. And I have some good, exciting information and deals to come up. The time is ticking. See how I just love to talk and stand up here. It's amazing because I can't even believe it myself. So this endless cycle basically of being bombarded with information, not knowing what's right, and you continuously get in there. You hear this supplement's good, or, oh, take turmeric, take this. But it's like, how do you know what to do with it when you get home? Is it just a waste of money? Is it just getting kept in your shelf? Or maybe you take, it says on the bottle to take 3 pills, and you think, oh, I'm going to save my money, and I take just 1 pill a day. These kinds of realities actually don't really serve us. They're just money wasters. So when you truly step into learning the wisdom of traditional Chinese medicine through a whole food plant-based diet, you will know what, when, and how to eat, and how that will serve your body in the best way. And that is where true nutritional empowerment comes from. That is where true healing comes from, and true maintenance for your health can come from as well. You will really learn how to serve your body in the best way. And if you have people you are feeding, you can serve their body in the best way as well. Because that's what the beauty of this kind of knowledge is. It's not necessary that, like, we have also another one is like the blood type diet. I'm not saying these things don't have a purpose, because sometimes they can as well. And I understand certain people, as I said, we're all individuals, might do better with eating more proteins. And some people might do better with eating more vegetables. But we still have to have all of them. It's a little secret. We need everything in balance, in moderation, and diversity. You know how much wisdom I give to you guys? Like, it's just so beautiful. I love sharing this because it's so beautiful. The wisdom that we are gaining from this kind of information is so beautiful, and it's something that we all have the ability to implement into our life every day. And if you do, you will see the benefits in your health. Absolutely. Guarantee, if you make the changes, you will see the improvements. I don't have a doubt in my mind. And actually, in my one-to-one nutritional coaching sessions, so I've been shifting, and I've been talking to you about that as well already. But here is, this is what's my big story and big shebang for July, my birthday month, when I'm really coming out. But I've been like kind of dropping little snippets. So I'm really focusing on helping female cancer warriors to obtain their cancer-free status through the foundation of traditional Chinese medicine in a whole food plant-based diet with my one-to-one nutritional empowerment coaching. This excites me so much to be able to share this information with you. And now you might think, well, I'm not a cancer survivor, I'm not a cancer warrior, and that's okay. You can still be here for the information if it resonates with you, and you can also share it with other people if you do know someone who has had cancer, or is going through that process, because maybe they will find this community helpful. And actually, I will be moving these lives to another group that will be specifically focusing on cancer warriors and a support group for them. So if you like this information, and if you're following my Tasty Tuesdays, I can send you the link for that as well, and or post it in the comment section. And then you're welcome to join that Facebook group as well. And of course, you're welcome to stay in the Eastern Balance Facebook group, because there will still be some stuff. I will still be here, just not as prevalent, not as often, because I will be really focusing on helping cancer warriors. That's where I really feel that these women they want the information I have, and I want to give the information to them. It's just a beautiful exchange. So I'm really looking forward to sharing more. So one more time, how do you know what's really good or bad for your body? Tapping into the ancient wisdom that was here for thousands of years has the potential to change your life. And the wisdom that I share comes from traditional Chinese medicine. And this, you will know if this resonates with you or not. It's not a matter of, do I go and buy this product, or do I go and buy these supplements, or I have to research more on spirulina, for example. I mean, we can always be learning and doing more research. But when we really tap into wisdom that is thousands of years old, you will know in your soul if it's right for you or not. And if it's not, that's okay too. I'm not here to criticize anybody's choices. I'm not here to judge anyone. But if it is, you will know. There will be no doubt about it. You will know inside of you that this information is just resonating. And that is something actually that I heard from my last client. She said, when she's worked with me two separate times, once when we were in the Philippines and now online. And she said, I found a way to work with you when we were in the Philippines. I don't know how, because I'm busy with my family and my kids, and usually I can't get away, but I did it. I took a day and I had your full day course there. And now I'm working with you again. I saw your post, and it's just, the information resonates with me. I don't even know what it is, Lori, but it does. And it's like, that's just it. It's a sense of knowingness inside of you if something is really good or bad for you. And having that is actually beneficial when we are thinking about food, but when we're thinking about meeting people, doing things, saying yes or no to different things as well, really knowing what's right from the inside. Does this resonate or not? How does this really feel internally for me when I hear this person speak, when I hear this information, even if I'm researching it on my own? What do I feel about it? So I encourage you to tap into that inner knowingness. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. And tapping into this beautiful universal energy with me. I appreciate your time. I have gone over 20 minutes. I apologize. I'm at 23 apparently already. I will do my best to cut it shorter. I will drop a link in the comments section. If you want to book a free clarity call with me, we can see if we're right to work together. As I said, there will be some changes coming up in the near future, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you again for being here. Wishing you a lovely rest of your day. Take care, and bye for now.